Larisa Lili Temperance. Today we're doing your general read for October. This is for anyone Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the sign of Gemini. And you guys know, it's a general read, so take what resonates. And of course, leave what doesn't. Apologies, Gemini. I know I've been posting late the past 2 to 3 weeks, but it's just one of those things, you guys. It's really tough integration season, so there's a lot going on, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you already know, and a lot of readers, I think, have been doing taking breaks. So it's just that season, especially for me. This is the toughest one. So anyways, you're gonna get into it, Gemini. I pulled main energies. We are in Mercury retrograde, and you guys know that always causes delays with a lot of things, but it's also a time of reflection. And so here we have main energies as 9 of Wands and 5 of Wands. Wands energy, like this is tough. And I'm feeling an alchemization stage here with the Wands, where there is a taking stance. And with the Magician energy that I'm feeling is that you're in a space of really taking accountability and action towards this strong stance against anything that's, building tension or discomfort or clash or anything that feels like competition, anything 5 of Wands energy. You're definitely taking a stance with this Knight of Wands, and it's been exhausting. It wasn't for a lot of you, it's trial and error. For a lot of you, it was trusting people and then realizing, I give them one too many chance. But also, when that energy exists, that's also a test of faith, right? A test of faith of ourselves, a test of, how much we've learned and our lessons and the things we've received in terms of understanding. And so, the universe will present those lessons again to see if we've really learned them. And here it is that test of faith. So I do feel a test of faith here. I was feeling with one of the other, a few of the reads so far that I recorded that it really is a little slap in the hand by the universe for a lot of the signs where it's just time for change and how much we own that change. So let's see what the major arcana shift is for you. Like I said, one main major, if I could speak with this Mercury retrograde, you guys, you know how hard that is, especially when you're tapping in. It's like you're using the other part of your brain, and it's hard to even read words at times. It's just, or to interpret, to bring down the downloads and the emotions, to translate the emotions that I'm feeling when these messages come in. So I know I said Magician energy as a major arcana energy for you, but I do want to see what else Spirit has. This Gemini's major arcana for October. You've got the Moon, intuition and insight, exactly. I feel there's a lot that's being internalized here. So your intuitive abilities are very accurate right now. I want to highlight that. Your intuitive abilities are very accurate right now. That is the test of faith that I'm speaking about, where how much do you really hear the insight that's coming within the emotional body? Because the emotional body, the universe speaks to us through our emotional body, which is the Moon energy, which is the waters of our body. So you can trust your guidance to lead you in the right direction. Follow your own insights over the advice of others, right? We're talking about ignoring those 5 of Wands energy, any competition, any setbacks, any defensive energy, anyone who's just in the way as well. Interference of opinions. And don't allow fear or worry to guide your way. It may be best to keep your secrets for yourself. So I think what it feels like is obviously Hermit energy, where you're gaining this wisdom with the Moon and it's very deep. And usually the Hermit kind of stays quiet as it internalizes. And we have, like I said, we have the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Wands is the minor arcana of the Hermit energy, which is the number 9 in the tarot. So this is the experience of the Hermit, but from a trial, tribulation perspective, also the test of faith perspective. So let's see, this is what we're going to allow. So let's see what Gemini is going to allow, and then we're going to see what Gemini is going to surrender for October. Wow, I'm always surprised. There's so many cards. And it's like I only pull one for these readings, or if two, depending how many come out. I think one read came out 3, but this one came out for one of the other signs as well. I allow myself to release fear. And again, Spirit is talking about the moon energy here, right? So follow your own insights over the advice of others, and don't allow fear or worry to guide your way. And so this is a lot of releasing that fear, knowing your ability to alchemize with the Magician, where the Magician has resources. Your resources are your experiences, and trusting in your own intuition from those experiences and how they made you feel, and all the information that they've given you in your lifetime right now up to this point. It's all communication. So let's see what you need to surrender, Gemini. Oh my goodness, you guys. Wow. Surrender fear. Let go of the fearful stories you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment. Focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. Again, test of faith. Trust in your intuition, like understanding how far you've come. So, all right, Gemini, fear is obviously the theme of this reading, and transmuting that for this next couple of weeks with this Mercury retrograde and all these retrogrades we do have in the cosmos, which it probably brings this even more profound, hence the moon energy. It runs deep, and it's going to require a lot of resilience with the Nine of Wands of the self, because it's what you're internalizing as well, from a Hermit perspective, internal perspective. All right, so we're going to keep that. Give me one more energy for Gemini. So here we have the Angel of Love and then the World. This is a new chapter. This is the closing, and I think this is with showing the new venture you can have if you do release the fear. This is going to require a lot of intuition. I feel with Angel of Love, this is your heart space, understanding what your heart wants, being honest with your heart, with what your heart wants. Bottom of that is yin and yang, and this is your balance. A lot of you can connect with balancing your masculine, feminine energies. Let's see, where is Angel of Love? The World. Wow, the moon shows up again with 8 of Cups. Again, what we're walking away from emotionally also. So here with the Angel of Love, and I love that we have balance, right? This is bringing balance in our heart space. Our heart chakra is kind of in a space of uncertainty with all this fear, right? You know how they say choose love over fear. Love overpowers fear. There's nothing against love. So that's why the Angel of Love here is about really paying attention to your heart chakra at this moment, bringing in that balance, justice as well. Balance is justice here, but bringing in that balance of closing cycles. Karma closes with justice, and recognition and reward is the 3 of Pentacles. How we show up in the world, also associated with Empress energy, which gives us this energy of flow in our 3D space. And anything that we have, the recognition rewards in our 3D, Pentacles are the people, places, things. And so also our attachments to those people, places, things that either we don't know how to let go because of the fearful thoughts, because of, you know, sometimes it could be guilt, it could be something they have against us. It could be just something internally within ourselves, right? And which is why Spirit is saying follow your own insights over the advice of others. It could be attachment to old belief system, you know, family dynamics, where in the family, obviously there are things that our parents feel we need to do. You know, mom and dad say this is the way things are. We learn that way, and then it's like detaching ourselves, disassociating ourselves from those belief systems can be challenging. And then you're going to be looked at as the black sheep, right? That instills that fear in that element, that perception of reality that you get boxed in when it comes to these tight belief systems within our culture. When you're venturing out and your soul wants to expand, it's going to encounter these fearful energies because it's so outside of your comfort zone. Not only are you going to realize that, it's also going to change the dynamics of those connections. And so this recognition of flow with the Three of Pentacles, that yes, it's going to change. So here it's entering a new chapter, emotional withdrawal and the moon. We'll get into these energies in a bit, but I want to get clarifier here. Spirit, give me more of this recognition and reward. Eight of Wands. Let me get one more. We have Temperance here in the bottom, and there goes the Magician, like I said. So yes, tempering the change, right? Eight of Wands, Temperance, and Magician. Tempering with the Three of Pentacles, tempering the change in our outer world, how people view us, how their families, everything is changing. And so this is also a balancing act within our own soul, because temperance is us balancing our own waters within ourselves. And how we're changing and evolving brings about change in our outer world. And sometimes it feels so quick, and having to deal with the drastic change of it also, and then how the fear of how people view us. Some of us are not ready to talk about things, right? And that's okay. That's okay if we're not ready to talk. But it will create friction, which is that Five of Wands. It will create friction because there's going to be a lot of questions. But do know you're gaining the wisdom with that Hermit energy. And here with the Magician, this is where you get to have this is an initiation process, because the number one is a new beginning. And this is a test to your faith and your willpower and your courage of how much you're trusting your intuition. And again, all the information, right? Here we have the Pentacles, the Cups, the Swords, and the Wand. All the information that we've gained from our experiences and getting understanding, and only that can be understood in silence. So Spirit, can we remember this balance? Remember this balance. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles, releasing yourself. Again, 3D, releasing yourself, spending time alone. Another 9, 7 of Wands, more Wands energy. Now we have 9 of Wands, 5 of Wands, 7 of Wands. We have 8 of Wands. So there's a lot about the soul taking action right now. 4 of Wands in the bottom, which means, and then the Queen of Swords fell out. So that's cutting away. Again, family dynamics for some of you, relationships, you know, for others of you, standing your ground. You know, things have been very shaking, out of balance in terms of the change. And so this is bringing justice to yourself. And I feel this is a change in the outer world, because Nine of Pentacles, again, we're talking about the physical aspects of ourselves. With the Three of Pentacles, and it's that Tesla number 369. So you have 3s and 9s here. So 9 is the absolute. Nothing can, you know, the 9 can't be divided. It's always a 9. It doesn't matter how you add it up, how you divide it, it's a 9. It's the absolute, and you are absolute. You are one. It's your oneness with the universe. So this is definitely a state of an understanding, and it's going to really it's going to need you to take the stance with all these fears. That's why justice is here. So yes, taking a stance with the Seven of Wands, having the courage to get through it, and just allowing yourself to rebuild your stability with the Four of Wands, with what's coming up. It will change it, but it's going to be for the better. So some of you are seeing the 1111, and the fact that justice here is 11. So 1111 will be important. You know, this feels like for a lot of you, it is a spiritual awakening, an awakening energy. So Spirit, give me, actually, I want to pull another deck here. So let's go here with the World. Oh my God, there goes that Magician again. I can't stress with the Temperance and the Knight of Cups. I can't stress how much this Magician energy is extremely strong in you understanding the change you want to bring about and your ownership to it, and you don't need to worry. Find solace in it, that it's going to be okay. So here with the World, we have emotional withdrawal and the shadow, again the Moon. This is the shadow aspects of, again, these are our attachments, and there are things that you're no longer connected with this energy. The fears, it's like emotionally withdrawing from these shadow aspects of ourselves, what we no longer connect with. It is the energy of creating fear, because it's an uncharted territory. We are reestablishing ourselves, and it comes in stages, you guys. This is not, fear can come in. It's like fear doesn't stop at one point. There are a lot of things that create fears in our journeys, but we tend to learn how to transmute it much quicker as we experience the spiritual journey within ourselves and learn the God consciousness within ourselves, which is why the Magician is extremely important, because it's a constant tempering. It's never ending. It doesn't stop. It doesn't have an end point. And so you're always receiving downloads with these Eight of Wands from the universe, and it's always going to be information being communicated, and you're always going to learn something new. So this could be beginning stages for some of you, and for some of you it could just be something that just came up with this Mercury retrograde, and you're cycling it out and you're releasing control. It's just a time to release control over it. So give me more on this emotional withdrawal. Seven of Wands again with the Two of Pentacles. Yes, will it be difficult? There's going to be a lot coming up. Again, 3D world, Two of Pentacles. Confirming bottom of the deck, Eight of Cups again. So there are repeating cards here. This is going to require a stance again on your emotions and your test of faith. How committed are you to this change? And it is going to be a balancing act on 3D, right? People, places, things in your family, challenging conversations, challenging dynamics, walking away from things, ignoring things, and sometimes not even wanting to talk, right? So give me more of the shadow. And that's okay. It's okay to be in that space. Give me more of the shadow. So I'm not shocked. Eight of Cups again. So it's just saying walking away. Spirit is coming. Yep. Having the courage. Strength card. The opposite of the fear, right? The Strength card here. Taming that beast within with the Empress. We're talking about the Three of Pentacles. You're the Empress energy. Taming that beast within our own shadows and our own internal beast. Walking away from things that we're afraid of. Building that courage and that strength to do what we want to do, right? Let go of the fearful stories you are telling yourself, things that we emotionally attached ourselves to. Page of Swords is again that knowledge that's being gained, and so this could be fresh downloads, new information that's coming towards you that you're needing to process within yourself, within your own soul and spirit. Well, we've got the World card, and it's all leading to this change. So it's going to take time also. This will take time, and it's going to be a processing stage. So Four of Cups in the bottom, Queen of Wands. Yep, it's going to require that confidence level. Again, fire energy. I did forget to pull this soul transition. I normally like to pull this. Let's see what your soul transition is. Okay, that's quick. Yeah, practice positivity. Be mindful of the tendency towards negative self-talk. That's all that fear, right? And other limiting behaviors that can keep you stagnant and energetically depleting. And then presence. You play a vital role in a situation or relationship dynamic. Your involvement has a greater purpose than you may realize. And I feel understanding your presence in this change, you're also being an example. I think when we go through this journey, I do want to point out here we have open to receive, and that's that Empress energy, 3 energy, that flow energy. It has been said that clarity comes when the mind is quiet, and it is that Hermit energies for silence. Let thoughts flow through you, then release them, and it is for a breakthrough for sure of this fear. Make sure you keep your mind positive, because the emotions will go into maybe low energy, but then you're an alchemizer, right? Understanding how to temper what is coming in and what is being processed. And always remember your presence is an example to everyone who is seeing. And that's a huge responsibility in the sense of our transitions and our commitment to ourselves. So you're always being an example in these cases. The other thing I want to pull now, it's the guidance message. Let's see what's the guidance from Spirit. Compass. Yeah, a compass guides you to go north. Your inner compass guides you to the highest good in your own path. So trust your own compass and don't doubt yourself. You're your own best student and teacher. Instinct is real. Student and teacher here is the Hermit. You're learning, but you also know that you're a student at the same time. So as a student, when you internalize with these 9s, you're also a teacher as you live it out in action. So this compass, this North Star you're heading to, is definitely people are looking, and even if it's people who are just not understanding you or just not in the same timeline as you at the moment, you're still being an example, a teacher from how you're living out your life, and they're noticing. So don't take it personally, and don't get attached to their limitations either, and how it makes you feel, the guilt you feel around it. So let's see what's the abundance message for you for October. Wow, release resentment about money. It's been a lot of releasing. Like, this card has so many other great ones, but this has been a really this message I think came out 3 times already. Yes, the money system of the world can seem upsetting, but holding resentments about finances just pushes your abundance away. Instead, see money as a tool you can use to better the world, and this shift will help you attract support and golden opportunities. So yes, the money system of the world can seem upsetting, but holding resentment about finances just pushes your abundance away. This is being mindful, again, the fear. So for some of you, it is obviously valid with everything going on, that there are going to be unsettling thoughts and around the uncertainty of the events around us, and it will instill a level of fear within our own spirit. But don't let that unsettle you. And remember, the fear creates more fear, and then it creates more limitations. So we're about the abundance, and knowing that we can transmute that with the decisions and the information that we receive on our own time from Spirit and our guidance, our own intuition as well. And we have to trust that path here with the compass, our North Node, that we're always being guided. And this energy is communication to our emotional body to get us to look at it and be the observer of the energy, the emotion, and the experience. So Gemini, I'm gonna leave it right there. I love you. Please like, share, subscribe, click that bell button if you enjoy my frequency. But remember to live always relentlessly and striving aspiration. This is the evolution of your soul, and I'm here to nurture you. Until next message. Bye.